Me and my friend Pete were at the archaeology museum when I tried to touch the mounted skeleton of a T-Rex. My fingers were about to make contact, but then a guard's hand slapped me away. "You can't touch that. If you do, you're getting arrested." His face was red as he turned around and stormed away. But that's when Pete opened his fist. A tiny skeletal finger bone laid in his palm. I snapped it off the dodo while he was busy with you. Bet you can't grab something bigger before he realizes. I looked at the guard admiring a different skeleton and replied, "Bet." I twisted the last vertebrae off the T-Rex tail. I was anxious and put it in my pocket, but Pete was already at the mammoth mount. I ran over just in time to see him wedging a rib from it. He held it across his chest, but it was too big to fit in his pocket, so he shoved it behind a dark nearby pillar. I started sneaking towards a velociraptor, but then I saw the guard staring at the missing last vertebrae of the T-Rex. I froze and quickly pried a whole foot off the velociraptor, then ran back and dropped it beside the rib. My legs were shaking because the guard was now looking into the socket where the rib was. His mouth was moving. "I'll kill whoever did this." I looked back, but Pete was already sneaking past the guard, who was screaming into his radio and pacing. He came back carrying a giant saber tooth, smirking, "Beat that." I felt my insides twisting as I tiptoed to the Brontosaurus and took 2 bones off the leg. I dragged them back while the guard was patting people down one by one. I was panting when Pete suddenly gripped his head. "Wait, dude, we can arrange these bones to make a crazy-looking animal." He immediately took his dodo's finger and my T-Rex vertebrae and placed them as eyes. He put the mammoth rib as a spine, then the 2 Brontosaurus bones as legs, and the raptor claw as a mouth. "What about the saber tooth?" I asked. Pete stroked his chin and dropped it above the eyes. "He's got a mohawk." Pete started laughing, and I did too, because it really looked like a crazy animal. But then we heard footsteps. We turned and saw the guard staring right at us with manic eyes. My legs buckled in fear, and I covered my face preparing for the worst. But then he took off his hat. "What is this incredible prehistoric creature?" He stared at our creation. "Did you kids stumble upon this?" Me and Pete looked at each other and nervously shook our heads. The guard instantly dropped to his knees. 10 years working here, I've never seen this. All my life studying ancient creatures. I've never seen something so incredible." He yanked out his phone and started snapping photos of it. Me and Pete tried not to laugh, then slowly backed away while he stayed on his phone, now talking into it and demanding a placard be made for our creature. I still don't know how we got away with that.